Today's Saturday, July 6th. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now or so. And just walking up here to get the four-wheeler. And today, on the feed lane, we're going to be drying off like 30, I think there's 32 cows are going dry today. As they get milked, they'll be given dry cow medicine. It's the Alba-Dri Plus. When the whole group is done milking and they're eating, we'll go through and vaccinate those cows. I give them 3 shots, Ultrabec 8, Scour Guard, 4KC, and J5, and then we'll individually unlock those cows and pull them off the feed lane. And then we're gonna bring the dry cows up today to eat, because I got some cows to vaccinate in there too. And then we'll let those 32 cows in with the dry cows, and then they'll be dried off. So it's time to start time dry off, and these cows will be calving right around September 1st. So that's what we got going today. So I'll be stuck on the feed lane for most of the morning. Spider webs. Last night, pulled 7800 up here and pulled the drain plug on it and left the oil draining all night. Whenever Jason gets here, he can finish changing the oil in this. And then yesterday, we did a lot of lane work all afternoon and everything was going pretty good. But when I went to clean the tracks off, I noticed a little bit of oil sitting right here. And then right in here, this pipe right there is got a hole in it. And that's for the angle of the blade. So we got to fix that. And what we did was we took the shields off, took the covers off right there. And then, well, this one's all dirty, but on this dozer, it's got metal tags on it. If I can get it cleaned off enough. Anyway, so it's got these metal tags on it, and you pull these tags off and it's got the part number on it. So we got the metal tag off that, and then since we're doing that, we went ahead and pulled the drain plug on the transmission oil. And we're probably going to do transmission filter, new oil on it, maybe go ahead and change the engine oil, and go ahead and put a new fuel filter on it. A few days ago, did some lane work and had a, oh, right in here is like a, it's a bowl, and I guess it's just like a pre-filter, if that's what you want to call it. Anyway, it was full of crap. Got it all cleaned out. So fuel filter's got like 300 hours on it, but we're gonna go ahead and change it, and that way it'll be all ready to go. So the plan was today and tomorrow was to do lane work and just fix in all the little potholes and washouts and all that. So yesterday we ended up probably hauling 20 loads of dirt, and Jason was driving the truck, Wes was loading, and Chance was on the roller, and I was on the dozer, and everything was going pretty good until I got done and saw that little bit of oil, a little oil leak. So, which that's pretty common, because it's not really common. I would say every now and then. See this right here? It traps all the dirt and all the debris and everything. So then that metal pipe is sitting in that dirt. But that's what we got going up here. But I'll be down there at the feed lane all morning. I'm sure Wes will end up messing with this while we're down there. And then, like I said, we'll get Jason to do that oil change. And yeah, that's what we got going so far. So on Thursday, took the skid steer. On Thursday, I took the skid steer with a grapple, the new grapple fork, and went out to number 13 and stacked all the logs up. Cut some dead trees down and cut those trees up and stacked all the logs up and then burned them. And I think we had like 7 piles. I filmed it, but one whole section of it was lost, so the whole video didn't even make sense. Yeah, so there's going to be a few clips of that in here. That's where this is going to start. I'll just show a couple of clips I had on that, and then we'll get started on everything else today. And then yesterday I didn't film anything. It was just pushing dirt. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Alright, we already cut those 3 trees down there. We piled up some over here and we piled some up behind me. I go over that way. But right here we're just gonna grab the logs and set them up on the stumps. Just make a little pyramid of logs, like Lincoln logs. And then we can set them on fire and burn them down. And the next time we have the track go out this way, we just dig stumps up and bury them. Man, rolled away from me. Hey, go put all them little pieces on that big piece and then I'll pick them up in a minute. Well, we got all those cows dried off. There was 33 of them. I think that brings the dry cow group up to about 140 head, counting the heifers, which most of the heifers are back here in the back. You can see some of the cows with red marks on their legs. Those are the cows that just got dried off. You probably can't see it if it's too far. But yeah. So just closing the gate on their cooling pond, and then I did talk to Wes earlier. He came and helped me dry cows off, and he said he talked to somebody at Caterpillar about the dozer for the part, and apparently if you call and order a part or pick up a part on a Saturday, they charge you an extra $100 for after hours. So the guy said that he was showing it in stock, but then told Wes that there was a $100 charge, and then so Wes told him never mind, he was called back Monday. And I don't know how much that piece would cost. It's just well, you'll see it later, but it's probably only $100, so it was like double the price of that one little part. But we're gonna head back up to the feed lane now. I gotta put out feed, and then I'm not even sure what time it is. It's probably close to lunchtime, and then we'll get to working on some equipment. Well, some of you may be interested in the big truck here. What we did, we haven't messed with it since for whatever, a month now, but we're gonna need it in a few days. So we were really close just to going and getting diesel and filling up the tanks and seeing if it would run that way. But then problem with doing that is if it was the fuel tanks, and it'd just be a problem down the road. So let's see, what do? We blew air into the fuel lines to try to see if we could find anything. Couldn't find anything that way. It seemed like they held pressure. We took the fuel lines off the tank, filled a 5-gallon bucket up with diesel. The truck wouldn't start on its own, had to use starting fluid. Then the truck would run as long as it was revved up or on cruise control. Then if it idled, it would die. Did a couple other things to it, and then finally I watched a video on YouTube. I don't remember the guy's name. It was actually a little bit weird, but anyway, he what he did was he took off the inlet off the fuel pump and then held his finger over a truck that he was working on and tried to start it, and he said it was very little vacuum. So we tried to do that, and it was cutting out. Like, okay, it seemed like it had very little vacuum. In that video, that guy said it was supposed to have like 65 to 85 pounds of vacuum, and it didn't. It barely felt it on your thumb. And then also sometimes it felt like it would cut out, like it would just quit sucking. So that kind of explains why it would run revved up, because it was getting enough fuel, but then on idle it would slow down and then it would end up dying, or at least that's what we're thinking. So we're gonna get a fuel pump for it, and hopefully that fixes it. But that's what the deal is with this truck right now. And so now we're gonna go. It's later in the afternoon. I've been doing other stuff, but right now we're gonna go start probably working on that dozer. Did you already tighten up the bevel gear plug?
Yes.
Okay. No. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah.
What's going on? You're getting kind of sloppy.
I was standing on one foot, so I was trying to get my other foot down.
I didn't push all the way down in there. Where's it at?
Up there by the starting?
Check cold. Turn it over. Check hot. Cold. Oh, it's got plenty of oil in it. You okay? Okay, we'll just check them other oils. I bet that one's low. I bet this one's clutch on this side and one thing's low, probably. But
What? So Jason was working on hay equipment today. He got the 7800 done. It's over there in the back. I'm not sure if he greased it up or not. I know he put new air filters in it, AC filters, and finished changing the oil. I don't know if he ran a grease gun around it or not, but then he's got the mowers over there like they're done. Wes thinks he just put AC filters in them and new engine air filters and blew out the radiators. Not sure about greasing those up. And then these weren't parked over here for very long, so I don't know what he did to them. On the other baler, you still got to change a inoculant hose. On the other baler, this one right here has got a split in it. He's got it wrapped in tape, so still got some stuff to do to them. I was hoping for Monday, but I don't think Monday is going to happen just because it's got too many things going on. But somewhere between Monday and probably Wednesday, we'll be back in hay. We'll start here again. The fields that we were grazing, we got, I think there's 9 fields, so 9, it's going to be like probably maybe 60 acres all together to bale. Some of it's waist deep, so the little dozer, this was never the plan till last night. We were supposed to be pushing dirt today, and we worked on lanes Friday, and then we were gonna work on lanes today, and then maybe even tomorrow. But then, like I said this morning, which I can't really remember all what I said this morning, but I was cleaning the tracks off, and I seen that oil right there. I was like, ah, crap. And then so ended up bringing it over here, which I just had it just down on the other side of the feed lane. Brought it up over here, and these here are a pain in the ass to get off because you got to undo all these hoses. Undo that. Take this cover off. Let's see. This line here, you'd have to get it loose to be able to pull it out to get the hose. So what it is, it's a metal Y, and it's got hoses plugged into it, and then it goes into a metal pipe again. So to get that metal Y out, that's what you have to do, is take all that loose. So it's not very easy to deal with, but no reason to do it right now because we don't have the part. We'll have to wait till Monday on that. Engine oil and fuel filter, we're just doing them now. Engine oil's got just, they're like due within a little bit, but so while it's here, we're gonna go ahead and do them, and we gotta wait for to get fuel filters to do those, which he's gonna get on Monday. We need some more oil for the bevel gears. Transmission's good, and then we're gonna check all the fluid in the drive lines, or the drive gears. Check all the fluid in there. This was that bowl I was talking about this morning that we cleaned out. I think, what day was that? I think it was Wednesday that I did a little bit of lane work, just trying to smooth some stuff up, make it easier for the cows to walk. And it started running really rough, and then this was like half full of crap. So we got all that cleaned out on Wednesday. What else? Other than that, everything's going pretty good. I will give you a piece of advice. That KBH, it's gone. Wes hauled it back Friday morning. And then Thursday afternoon, right before we went to do the, before me and Chance went to do the logs in 13, we drove by and Jeremy was out here, and he drenched in sweat trying to get it to loosen up the last little bit. He was just knocking the crap out of the side of it with a sledgehammer. And then so I went down there to give him a hand. He couldn't get the tarp to roll up because it was still tied down. So he rolled the tarp up, I climbed inside. And then I was shoveling. The back hopper wasn't too bad, but the side of the KBH is stainless steel, and it was like ice. But I climbed inside and then got the back one done, climbed over the middle, got to the front one. The front one was horrible. There was like 3 different kinds of fertilizer in there, so it had been hardened over for a while. I knocked all that loose, and then by that time there was like no airflow in there, and it was, dripping sweat, 120 something degrees in there probably. So instead of climbing all over, back over to the back and back over the back end to go down the ladder, I decided to go out the front, and which was kind of dumb because I'm not 20 years old no more. So when I went over the front, it was a good foot or two from my feet to the deck, and then when I climbed over, the top of that hopper basically kind of like hung myself by my arms, and then so now I got this huge bruise. So don't do stuff stupid is my advice. But KBH is gone. All the fertilizers put out. Everything is covered, even a little extra. And then so we're gonna have a lot of hay to do. The second cutting, we're estimating probably around 1,400 bales is what we're gonna get out of the second cutting. And then also on Monday, Wes is gonna get a fuel pump for the Freightliner, the newer one, and hopefully that's the problem because I'm tired of dealing with it, trying to figure it out and all that. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. I know this probably wasn't a very good video, but thanks for watching anyway, and we'll see you on the next one.